Oh, Venice, what a bad day to be you. But this has been a long time coming. In retrospect, I can't even remember why, but it's always been a long time coming. I like Venice, I'm very sympathetic to them as a nation, but that doesn't mean I'm going to show them any quarter when they're my enemy. That would just be disrespectful. Speaking of disrespectful, look who's working the moves on Minorca. That feels like a trap, though. I should just leave him there. He takes Minorca, well, boo bloomin' who. Let's bring you together and send the 1,000 over there to Pest. You won't have them done in time, and that should be a total occupation on Venice, enough to make them want to give it all up to me. I wouldn't mind some money, though. I'm the only one in the war, I might as well take it. Is it not possible to take Croatian land? It's all outside of my range here. And Istra is not a Croatian core. It's a tempting thing to take in the war, I'll admit, but we'll leave that be. Hey, it's nice, because this way I also get a truce with the Knights and with Frankfurt. I won't get greedy beyond what I take from Venice here, because the coalition could fire and then suddenly my enemies think they have a much better chance against me. For some odd reason. So we get all these going, and I'm going to pull out as well, just in case I don't get exiled. Because then I would get proper stuck there. Yoink, yoink, and get out. Not enough to take all the dosh, but enough to take all the land. And whilst I do like dosh, I think I'll make do with that. Alright, this is interesting. The Portuguese army have decided to land on Ibiza. This is good news for me, because it gives me the opportunity to continue the squeeze on them. Can defeat their army and then have a profitable peace deal made. Alright, back we get, folks. Warriors apparently don't read books, so admin and dip tech is about to get more expensive. With that in mind, let's grab our dip tech whilst we can. Do I need that dip for anything else? Integrating Catalonia would be a good idea. But we get plenty of dip points. This is not worth it enough, actually. And I'm never getting admin tech at this rate. Let's just begin the integration of you. It'll cost 6 Diplo for about 10 years. A bit more because I'm going to give them as much of this as I can. So, sure. Let's make it happen. And let's not be afraid of the sword being as strong as it is. Used to be a -1 stability event. Yep. Yes, it did. Wasn't that fun? Decadence makes us weak. We need a shake-up. Lose stability when you're at peace. Be at war. The sword is stronger than the book. Lose stability. It was a fun cycle, wasn't it? Right, I can lay more claims on the Ottomans, most likely, and I was talking about Dalmatia. Let's make it so. I'm still wanting that claim on you, and I don't think I need much better relations with the Mamluks. Let's pull you back so I have a wildcard diplomat. Do I have what it takes to declare war on you when the truce is up? Yeah, I do. You're a great person to attack as soon as I can. Your existence there causes complications in future wars, so I can't be having that. Hey, Portugal. I would like to slaughter you, but I would also like to make peace with Aragon, so let's see what can be done first. The fact that your troops are stuck over there works wonders for me. But I also don't like the fact that you're taking my gold off of me. Don't forget to get more absolutism for faster integration. We're not in the age of absolutism just yet. Oh, rebels in Aragon are going to help my peace deal, but it's a bit, yeah. What he's done here is a bit of a pain, truthfully. Well, I can focus my army over here once I make peace with our good friend Venice. I shouldn't need anything more than that. It's more overextension and it's more admin. It's a lot more admin points that I have to spend again. But civil war is not a threat right now, so let's just take it. People will join a coalition, you say? Tell me something I don't know. Wonderful. Let's get that stuff cored as soon as we can. Venezia firstly, because it's the most important one, and then we'll get the others. There, that way it's only one thing I have to remember about, and it's Venezia. Still, that should make Venice a lot more lucrative for me. We already have a merchant there. Goody goody us. Let's get our army together and then go on the offensive towards the Iberians. They are fairly offensive, aren't they? But I want this war wrapped up so people don't see us as weak. Hang on, that claim I have here, it's good until 1612. Alright. If somebody can remind me in about October 1607, it's time for war with our good friend Milano. Cordoba. Oh yeah, I should probably look towards converting these at some point, but it's no big deal. Religious unity's through the roof. Why is it so high, actually? Nat worship. Oh yes, one of our ideas increases religious unity. Good for us. Portuguese scum are on their way, but we'll take them down. Uh-oh, he's on his way back from there. It's a shame my heavy ships are all the way over here. I probably could have rocked his world. Let's head on over here anyway. I mean, if they want to be busy taking care of that whilst I take care of Portugal, that's no big deal for me. The reason I rushed that mountainous fort was largely to hold said advantage. I doubt Portugal want out of this war that quickly, but we'll tease them as best we can. I would very much like this in the war, though. And getting an easy peace out like that is very profitable for me. I'll give Huesca to my subject, and frankly, it's tempting to just annex Aragon, be done with them. Well, that's why our army is marching over, keep this area safe. Might mean I have to attack those rebels as well, but that's your lot in life. For some reason I can't convert Friuli. Oh yeah, because I'm coring it. Ah! Venice itself is already Protestant. Now that is fortunate. Not for Venice, of course. Let's get those cannons on Lisboa, see if we can't have a miracle happen here to very swiftly kick Portugal out of the war. Just go wild, Jake. Remember, a nation cannot join a coalition if they're already in it. I think what you wanted to say is they can't join if they're already dead. We just got ourselves an extra merchant. I'm wondering why. Oh, my Burmese thing has 51.5% of control. That must be those buildings that I built. That's what I'll choose to believe. Why don't we make sure he stays there by having investments go, and then consider if we collect in Venice. We should probably collect in Genoa to get that extra bit, but I could also... Oh, I already collect in Sevilla. That's lucky for me. Okay, get the extra collecting going. Alright, regrettably I'm going to slaughter these rebels and then work our way down. Laser Kiwi's a great fighter, he'll manage it fine. Look who's being a clever bugger and landing right on top of me. Two can play the clever bugger game. He's going to be there on the 31st of October. I could pull everything out and fight him there, but I'd rather just mosey on over at this rate. Pominaria is joining in. Looking at it, it's a high cost to get Aragon done whilst Portugal's still in the war. I just need to rip Portugal out, and taking Lisboa is key to that. So once I get rid of these rebels, I'll just work on that part. I'll just hang out in Evora for now. Jake, wouldn't it be far more profitable to transfer from Genoa to Sevilla? Or to transfer to Genoa from Sevilla? Potentially. You know, I just don't know. At least I got a ducat. No, almost 2 ducats there. And I do dominate here. Yeah, you might be right. Hard to say at this point, but we'll try transferring anyway. I should probably demand trade power from Catalonia, but I don't mind them having trade power as long as they use it to make money that they spend converting their lands, which I don't think either of them are doing right now, despite the conversion, which is a crying shame. So I will step in myself. I'll at least get Toulouse converted, and then I'll do Valencia. I don't think this is the update that has the AI subjects actually convert properly. It's a real irritation, that. Alright, we're making great progress on his capital. I might be able to win this without having to fight the buggers. Alright, I'll do Valencia again. As I said, they're the capitals, so they have no autonomy, which makes it relatively cheaper to get converting in. Frankrupt once again. It's a bad day to be France any day of this week. Oh, don't think I didn't see you there. Unfortunately, I saw you too late. Probably a bad idea. I'll just take the hit there, because I'm interested in getting this one done without bloodshed, and I'm confident if I take... Oh, well, I'll be taking something, alright. There's a sound effect that makes your heart skip, doesn't it? Well, war has changed. Who's going to join me? All of my allies actually joined in, which is very nice of them. We're still hopelessly outnumbered, but at least they'll sponge up some of the damage. And that gives me an opportunity to fight plenty of other people whilst this is raging on. Alright, I think Poland, Bohemia, and Brandenburg, and Sweden and Mamluks are going to burn for me here, whilst I rip apart Iberia, and I rev up for smashing the Ottomans. The Ottoman... Well, Morocco provided me with my back door into the Ottomans. Did Granada join in? No, Granada are at war with Venice for whatever reason. The Ottoman reconquest of Pest is going on. I would probably benefit from grabbing an alliance... not an alliance. A claim on Granada, because that's another door into the Ottomans, even though Granada hate my guts as well. Not easy to think what the best way in here is, but Tunis are in this coalition war as well. Ho-hum. Well, with a touch of luck, getting Lisbon will be enough to end this war with Portugal. Need it to go a bit better than that, though. Oh yeah, you guys are in grave danger if you sit around there. French truce is up, but I don't think they're in a position to be attacking anybody, let alone me. Gonna move you over here where there's actual support limits so you don't get frazzled. Water shortage, dang. Lisboa can often be a pain to actually get done. Huh, now I can't demand this go over because of the rebels there. I would have to take it myself, which is not the plan here, because now I'm wrapped up in war. Good, Treviso's a level 4 hilly fort, that'll do me just nicely. Yeah, the Portuguese really learned how to build an army, and they've got their subjects coming on in, and they're working really hard to retake Aragon. Let's make sure that we have as many occupations on them as we can get. There we go, their capital is down at least, and that's enough to piece them out. I would like to piece them out for a lot more, but it's pretty important that I turn this ship around very quickly. So I'll just make my peace for a paltry 29 ducats. That doesn't feel right at all, does it? No, this is Portugal we're talking about. We need to make him suffer a bit for what he did. For the dastardly crimes of daring to defend your own home, Portugal, I sentence you to a lot more than 2 ducats debt. Watch them unsiege Aragon's capital. Aragon's capital being unsieged is no big deal. I need to turn around to destroy those Catalonians anyway. There we go. Now I've got the threat of occupation on him, but that's not enough. I need actual occupations on him to push through for everything. It would be a problem though if he retook the war goal, because that would flip war score considerably. Alright, you fighting the good fight over there? We have a positive war score, which is a good start, winning from 4 battles. I mean, we have the Polish, the Bohemians. I guess it's the Ottomans that are the real threat around here, because they can bring a lot of muscle in a short amount of time. Treason against PRoman. Why, that sounds like army professionalism to me. Yoink, yoink. And a bit more yoink. Alright, that's you under very much occupation there, Portugal, so you are definitely going to suffer for what you put me through there. And nothing says suffer quite like loads of money, so thank you kindly. Get out of this war, take your crummy subjects with you, and let me destroy Aragon. Actually, Aragon are probably ready to go down and out, but those Catalonian separatists are doing me some trouble. Actually, what if I reduced Aragon to being just this land with the separatists? They would immediately explode and defect to Catalonia, wouldn't they? Would they? I don't know, but it's amusing to think about. They'd have that, and then phew, probably. They don't have anything else, do they? Oh, they do. They have Iran, which is occupied by heretics. Sounds like a good idea. It would make my subject more, well, they wouldn't like me very much. Yeah, I could force religion on a sucker as well, but, well, I could, couldn't I? It would probably save me a bit of money, all things considered, if I did that, rather than nickel and dime them for every ducat they have. That'll force convert this province, it'll save my subject a bit of trouble. Alright, that seems relatively okay. We'll see what happens at least, it'll be done for science. Okay, we're still fine on this front. I do want to get that Venetian core done though. Goodbye admin, I knew you once. Let's just get everybody over to Valencia, the supply limit's fine there. And then we'll see what happens. Aggressive expansion is indeed just a number. Yeah, sure. Would you look at that? It just defected straight away. Now Aragon is a 2-province minor up here. And this ex-capital of theirs is the correct religion. Very good. Very good. Now about Catalonia. Oh, nothing about defections. Interesting. I thought that ate into their, or rather gave them lots of liberty to desire. Oh well, no problem. I need to give this land over to them once this war is over. Global trade in Sevilla. How are we doing with global trade around here? Oh yeah, that would be a very nice bunch of support to get. Thank you kindly. Alright, you guys just keep on going north. I got a war to win here. So I kind of was paying no attention to this giant coalition war that's happening here. Fortunately for me, my allies have been winning battles, which is the one thing you have to do in a coalition war. You just give them 10 or 20 per province LD. It was insane. Oh, crumbs, there's my Milan truce, it's up. But I also wanted to attack Austria. But Austria brings in a lot of HRE problems. You only bring in Lorraine, who's already at war with me, so it's time for Cremona to go. Just keep the wars rolling. There's no reason to stop them or even slow them down. If you're finding yourself drowning under pressure of war, the answer is more war. Gotta remember the combat width is 30. You guys are missing 2 units, but let's get you over to Pisa, I guess. And then you guys go over to Genoa, and then we defend Italy proper. It's time for a second coalition to form against me whilst this other one is raging on. What's this? Heretic loyalty, royalty? Or Great Britain don't like me, they gain insult. I divorce Empress Consort. Damn heretics. The people of Rome were pleased with them for the real Major announced his marriage to Anne. It was about little was said about the origin. We're glorious Protestants. How dare she be Anglican? Not an easy one. I don't want to eat 2 unrest for 10 years, but having consorts is a really good bonus, so I guess we'll make do with heretic royalty for now. People are upset about the presumed heretical beliefs of our royal consort. They'll get over it, I'm sure. Just like I'll get over my manpower problems. We did. Remember when manpower was just something we talked about but didn't have? How the times have changed. Alright, it's... hold on, I thought I saw it. Yes, good. Look at who's converting. No, that's me converting his lands. Well, bomber. Oh well. Yeah, and he's looks like he's still coring up some lands that I gave him earlier. These guys need to learn to keep up with the pace. I'm not about to convert my own lands that are already way too expensive to do. Hey mate, one trick question. Will you change religion again? I have no intention of changing religion again. We're in a pretty comfortable place religion-wise. Oh, well done, Majorca. You're making me regret not annexing you. Okay, here we are. It's time to slaughter Milano. His capital should be easy prey to 5 cannons. He might head back to his capital before I arrive here, which would be a pain, but he doesn't have the gall. Well, that's good. Good news for me. You folks are heading over there. You bring your Pip of Siege with you. And that's at least Milan wiped off the map. My overextension will be just brushing against the danger zone, but not quite there. Good. Now if only that was a coalition war battle. Speaking of, we have one going on here, but it looks like it's going to get reinforcement from our accursed friends, the Ottomans. Too soon for us to benefit from it? No, not quite. We won that battle, so we got a good chunk of war score. But between them, the Brits and the Ottomans are going to crush these guys. But at least it was a bit of tit for tat. Okay. I wonder if the Ottomans want a whole bunch of Polish land, because this war does not really interest me. That said, it's not one that I'm going to give up land in. I'm just using it as a way to get against some other opponents. Still, seems like people aren't interested in anything other than my land. I could give land to that pathetic little island. Heavens no. Austria is still a very tempting target, but by God, all those others that want to fight me. Because I want this area. It's rightful Italian land, especially Tyrol. It's never been more rightful. Now they're a tricky one to get into. Alright, Otto Scum. I have my claims on you, but I don't have a good route into you right now. Tunis are also in this war. They're allied with Granada and Morocco. Well, I'm at war, so I can't make my claim on them. Ottomans landed in South Italy. They didn't land just yet. They're eyeing it up, and that's a good battle for me to win against them, at least. As long as they don't bring in more reinforcements in due time. But yeah, I'd like to finish this war so I can dump this land onto Catalonia, have them core it, because I can't afford cores right now. He's really keeping that one boat in its place. I thought this would be a good opportunity to give this land over to the Ottomans, but it seems like the Ottomans aren't that interested in it. Oh, well, give it time for my subjects, my allies, not my subjects, to be gobbled up here. Laser Kiwi's the best fighter we got. They're still a little down on numbers, but they can rush in and destroy them, I'm quite certain. And we'll have backup just in case it goes Pete Tong. It's also grassland, so good news for us. And yes, that is a battle that's happening for us. Okay, we're running out of that sweet war score that we were getting from this war. There we go. That's how you generate war score. Just crush Ottomans. It's a shame I didn't see that, but I bet it was the best battle you've ever seen in your life. You know your allies are going to be your subjects anyway. Actually, most, if not all, of this land is not part of what we're taking for the goals here. How far north does it stretch there? Don't know. If I don't have provinces, or at the very least rivers, it's a hard one to notice. Okay, you're down and out. There's no reason for me not to just instantly take this off of you. I mean, you might say lack of admin is an issue, but womp. Too bad. And that's one less war to worry about. Damn Tunisians, I can't wait to wipe them out so they stop raiding my land. They have, however, landed here, which is a shame. And that's a lot of money, but I will just... Oh god, that is a lot of money, isn't it? So what is that? That's a lot more money than just 472 ducats up front. Take it, you bums. I need to go and grovel to somebody to get that kind of dosh back. I'll seek support of the clergy at the very least, so that I can get my 100 admin. I would really quite like that 100 admin. They still don't like me, but I could... I don't want to do that, but I will. The burghers, yeah, they don't really like me that much. And I'm overdue a leader from our nobility. Hopefully they're great. It was this guy. He's got 2 siege. I'll take that. I will take that and run. I'll also run away with extra army tradition. That is good. The next military tech is a ways away, so I can happily focus on our quality ideas as voted for by you, the chat. Got another lazy merchant? Where are we getting them all from? We're now the top Burmese Indo-Chinese guy, but barely. I think I'll promote investments there a bit as well. And we'll try to suck some money out of Ragusa. Because then we can bring it to Venice, where we dominate. Nice of the Ottomans to fight the Polish rebels for us. That's why I invited them in, obviously. Oh, nice. That's right. Mop up those battles, because those are what we need to win. 24 and 4. No, you're still missing 2,000. And what's with those 15 cannons? That's not a number that makes sense. It should probably be at least 16 cannons. 16's a great number. It divides down 8, 4, 2, 1. I use it a lot in my armies. I managed to convince the Catalonians in Valencia to go Protestant as well. They should. I'm wondering if it's worth my time to push more of them. As long as autonomy is low, it's a good choice. And it's land that I'm going to want converted for myself anyway. So I guess I should focus on Catalonia rather than Toulouse. Brits landing in Genoa for an easy stack wipe. Yeah, there aren't a lot of them, are there? Let's head on over. Thanks to the pair of eyes. They're heading over to Nice, a hilly province. A hilly province they're going to die in. Maybe they're in the 23rd of July. He's already locked in. We'll just enjoy the battle. But yes, losing battles is a terrible thing to do in these kinds of wars. I'd still really like to gun down Austria, but he's busy gunning down Venice, as are the Ottomans. Really, people are still only interested in my lands? This is a moment of I've got wife and kids, eat those instead. It's okay, even if all my friends die. Yeah, that wasn't a great war score, sadly. The war score that you get from these battles is highly unpredictable. Sometimes you get tons, sometimes you get a whole load of nope. I think it has something to do with the size of the stack versus the potential size of the enemy, but hard for me to say. Alright,